Honestly, you could sum up the whole proverb like that. In fact, you could say it this way: Christ is our proverb. Right?
Yeah, right.
And what we see, Paul would come and say that all the treasures of wisdom and knowledge are contained in Christ. And what that would mean is that when we behold the truth that was made flesh in Christ, it will cause us to humble ourselves before the mighty hand of God. Yeah. And what it means to humble yourself before the mighty hand of God is you say, God's your friend, not the world.
Yes.
What that means is God is the one that will exalt you, not the world. Right? And so what you say then is, I'm not going to look to the world in order to be exalted unto life. I'm going to look to my friend God. Yes. To be exalted unto life. Mm-hmm. Right? Because all that is of the world, the pride of life, the lust of the eyes, the lust of the flesh, none of those things can actually exalt my life. Right. All of those things will actually only fill me with fear and bitterness and torment and all of that. Those things are not my friend. Yeah. They will not be kind to my life. They will not care for my life. They will destroy my life. Mm-hmm. Right? Mm-hmm. And so Christ come to reveal God is our friend so that we humble ourselves before him. Humble doesn't mean some negative thing. It means to see that God finds you to be a treasure. And he finds your life to be so precious. He finds you to be so much like himself that the only thing he can imagine for you is that you are a equal with him, reigning in his kingdom. You're a co-heir with him in his kingdom. The only thing that he could see that would be right for your life is if your life was exalted to his right hand. Yeah. So, see what he desires for your life and commit that into his hands instead of trying to bring it about through your own works. Yes. Right? Right. Like man thought they were a worm. Mm-hmm. I'm a worm and not a man. Humble yourself before the Lord. That means to acknowledge that God has come and said you're a treasure, not a worm. Yeah. So you want to humble yourself? Submit your opinion to God's and let go of your own. Right? It just means to submit your opinion to God's opinion. So if I say I suck, God says I'm a treasure. Yeah. You want to humble yourself? Well, agree with God. You're a treasure. Yeah. Boy, that's tough, huh? That's some tough humility there. Because we're all the time busy with false humility. Yes, I'm no good. We call that false. He's so humble. He always talks about how wretched he is and how pathetic. He's so humble. That's not humility, man. That's actually pride. Yeah. You know why it's pride? Because it exalts itself against the knowledge of God. It exalts itself against what God has come and said about you. And that's pride. Yeah. That's for your heart to be lifted up against the heart of God. Yeah. And so I don't care how horrible you talk about yourself. If it disagrees with what God would say, then listen, man, you're full of pride. Yeah. Right? It's actually a prideful thing to say that. Yeah. Does that make sense? Yep.